Fans of the popular TV series Game of Thrones are all waiting for the next season to start. One of the show's newest additions is actor Tamer Hassan, who is to play a Dothraki Warrior. Tamer was recently in Dubai, and Physique TV's Mokdad was able to secure a one-on-one interview.
Game of Thrones is set to hit the TV screens with 1 million people watching all over the world. I'm here today with Tamer Hassan, who's snatched one of the latest roles in Game of Thrones Season 6. Tamer, talk to me a little bit about what your role is in the latest Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I am playing one of 4 or 5, I think it is, Dothraki leaders. In Season 6, as everybody knows, the main Dothraki leader died, so they brought us in for Emily storyline, which is quite an epic thing for them. Season 6 is kind of, from what I gather, all the main characters have really big, epic storylines, and I think none bigger than the Dragon Princess is one with us guys.
How many hours do you think you were sitting on set, and how many hours were you spending getting ready for that role?
I came to Dubai to train for the role, because I find Dubai, you can focus here for some reason. I mean, when I'm back home, there's so many distractions, but when you come here to Dubai, you can concentrate a lot. So I came here, I had 4 weeks, so I was training. I had to get a lot bigger than I am, obviously, to be the Dothraki Warrior. They're big, strong, bulky men. I've got sort of that natural ability anyway, but you know, when you take your top off, you kind of want to show a little bit. You want to show a little bit, right? I mean, I didn't look as good as the other boys because they were 10 years younger than me, but we got there.
Like, what's your fitness regime like? I mean, you're obviously traveling a lot. You're in Dubai here, then you got to go fly back and shoot. So how do you stay fit? What's your fitness regime like? How do you eat? Isn't that difficult for you?
Food-wise, I don't eat rubbish, but I don't eat fast food, but I tend to eat as good as I can. I don't train as hard as I did when I was an amateur boxer, because you know, the older you get, the harder it gets. So I kind of find a balance of fun. So we'll eat correct. I mean, some days I don't eat. I fast once a week, and sometimes I do a week where I eat up until 6 o'clock. I eat for 6 hours in the day, and then I fast all the way back round again. But you know what? I go with moods. I live 80-20. 20% crap is I can do what I want. If I can get something in every day, I'll do. I'm not one to sort of sit in the gym for hours and hours and hours. I'm not competing anymore, and I'm not training for any fights or anything. So for me, it's kind of healthy, for health. And you know, in my business, you've got to kind of stay in shape.
Were you training here whilst you were in Dubai?
I've been training every day while I've been here. I've been here. I came from Turkey. We had to do some promotions in Turkey and stuff, and I flew straight from Turkey to here. And kind of every day, I think I had 1 or 2 days off where I didn't feel too well. But then other than that, we get up in the morning, we do a light run, and then we do 2 body parts on the weights, and then we'll go and relax, sort of run on the beach, walk on the beach, swim, and then we'll eat again, and then we'll go back in the evening to do some more weights. And that's kind of what it is. But it's not strenuous. I'm in my mid-40s, so it's enjoyable more than strenuous.
Talk to me a little bit about your boxing career. What got you into boxing? Who influenced you, and how did that play a big role in your life now? Being
an immigrant family in London, the racism was really high. I mean, I think there was us, the Jamaican or the Caribbean, West Indian Caribbean community, and the Irish back in the 50s when our parents came, and the racism was very strong. And I was one of these kids that just wouldn't tolerate abuse. I just was kind of a wild kid that was that way inclined, and my mum sort of took me to judo.
After your career in boxing, your amateur career, you said that you were telling me before we got on camera that you got into some restaurants and other stuff, and you did some charity work as well?
Yeah, no, I'm very, very charity driven. I think I get that from my mother, God bless her. But anything to do with charity, from knife crime in the communities, gang crime in the communities, you know, helping young kids drive through the inner cities and get out of the rat race. And boxing was one of them, sport is one of them. And what we did, I used to have a soccer club called Greenwich Borough. It was lower league, semi-professional, but it was a community-based thing. And Eltham Boxing Club, which was Henry Cooper's club, was one of our great heavyweight champions. That was the club where he trained at. They got evicted and needed a home. So we had upstairs, we had a space upstairs in the football club, and we built a gym upstairs, and then we put Eltham Warriors up there. That was a kickboxing gym. And, you know, little things like I did a film with Orlando Bloom called The Calcium Kid, which was a comedy, and I played a psychotic boxer. And that was my first ever movie, and I'm looking around the gym, and, you know, on a film set, they wanted the gym to look old, but they don't bring in old equipment, they bring in new equipment, and they just age it. And I'm sort of sitting there thinking, I said, what are you guys going to do with this stuff? And they said, oh, we don't know, we're probably going to sell it or throw it away. I said, no, I'll take it. So I got the ring, I got the bags, the gloves, I took absolutely everything, put it in the gym and set it out for them. And, you know, we just do as much as we can. But, you know, and when you got a gym like that, we had sort of 60, 70 kids there from single parent families that used to come in, and the discipline that we used to install in the kids from the gym, you know, any martial art or any sort of combat sport will say to you, boxing is a discipline second to none, you know? And we used to bring these kids in, teach them the discipline, get them fit, teach them how to respect their mothers and understand where they're from and where they're going. So we give them a drive and a hope and a dream.
How do you stay so fit and just, what would you tell people in your age like that are inspired by your physique?
I have, listen, anybody sort of gets to my age, they're mid to late 40s, whatever it is, that have a you know, an obsession to keep fit, has obviously done something before in their youth. I've been around the world and I work with studios and I work with film companies that put personal trainers with me. And a lot of these personal trainers, they seem to think that you are of an age where they can sort of make you hit the, you know, you're hitting tires and lifting tractor tires and really doing these physical circuits. And it doesn't serve you. You got to, for me, stick to your boundaries, test the body. Put the body, don't let the body relax and plateau, test the body.
Thank you so much for your time, man. Enjoy Dubai. I can't wait to see your character. I'm really stoked. I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. There's a million viewers out there, millions and millions of viewers out there that just can't wait to see the Dothrakis back into the scenes.
Be excited. Be excited about this one, because if you're a fan of the Dothrakis and the Dragon Princess, just know that every main character has a epic storyline in season 6. This is Tamer Hassan, Physique TV. Be your best.